everyone, welcome back. I believe this is going to be a new video. I'm having to vlog and drive whilst I make my way to a very important appointment. I'm having such a surreal emotions right now. I feel really emotional because I'm driving to see a consultant. I'm on my way to inquire about a breast reduction. I'm going to a private clinic, and you know what? It's terrifying to know that this surgery is going to cost, at the moment it's 8,300. I know that will probably end up going up today, but I feel really positive in the sense that I'm going to go and see someone that can give me like facts. I don't know, I just feel really happy that I'm doing it, and that I'm biting the bullet and seeing someone that can be like, I can help you, like I need that help. It's now 10:30, my appointment's at 2:45. I'm not too far away, I'm like 5 minutes away, but obviously you can't really go there too early. I would have been there at like 8 o'clock if I could have been, but obviously with Rona and stuff they want you to stay away. I'm going on my own. I don't know if Neil could have come with me, but it's just not, it doesn't really feel appropriate, like it's my body. So I've written down a whole list of questions that I want to ask. I'm sure they'll all get brought up anyway. So the appointment today is 45 minutes long. It costs £200. So I can't believe I'm on my way. I was planning my outfit today, being like, oh, what's gonna look good when I get my boobs out? So I've gone for skinny jeans and Converse. I just wanted to suck in all my tum, because obviously I've got the mum pouch. I wanted to suck it all in, so like it doesn't look as, my stomach's not that bad. It's not, it's just all loose skin. It's not chubby, it's not fat. So yeah, I just wanted to look as small as possible when I get my boobs out. I can't believe I'm getting my boobs out today. I don't get my boobs out for anyone. I'm anxious, I'm excited. I've barely slept for the past week. I booked the appointment on Monday. I've got all the support from my family and friends, and it just feels right. I don't really have much more to say at the moment. Fuck it, I'm not in gear. Oh, really? Fuck it, I'm going. So yeah, my brain is very overwhelmed and it's very mushy at the moment. My mum's looking after the children for me, if anyone's wondering where they are. We're part of her support bubble, she's part of ours. She's a single household and you're allowed a support bubble if you've got a child under the age of 1 from a certain date. So don't need to give a disclaimer, but I am at the same time. Very lucky that we've got that option. We do not take it for granted. So she's staying at home looking after the children, and I should hopefully be home by 12. I'm just gonna sit and chat now whilst, like, before I get home, because I've got the time to talk about it. Really positive. The woman was lovely. She's a little bit eccentric, but I like that about her. She was really cool. So she sat down and started talking about medical history, cancer in the family, things like that. Have I ever had surgery? Just general knowledge, like medical history about me, how long I've wanted it, etc, etc. She was talking about how the board in Norfolk and the NHS and everything, she was talking about that. And then she was saying it's potentially up to a year wait to sort of see someone, etc. And that's if you're lucky enough to see them, because obviously you have to be granted to go and see them, sort of thing. And I just said, I don't want to wait 5 years and then still get rejected and be in a worse position than what I am now. And she understood. All surgeries at the moment have been cancelled, so they're on a delay. But that's fine, that doesn't affect me at the moment. I feel really emotional. Oh God. It just feels really surreal, the fact that I've been and seen her, and someone's looked at me and she understands how bad it is. I measure longer than what I thought in my video. I measure 42 and 43. I'm 22 centimetres long this side, 21 centimetres long this side, well, width this side. There's an issue with how long my boobs are. It's not an issue, I'm still able to have the surgery, it's just more risky. Because basically she was explaining to me that where your nipple is, there's a tube, she was describing it to me, which gives the blood supply. The longer the tube is, the more they have to try and fit it into a new breast. And because of that, you're at a risk of losing it. So I have two options to go for. I can do the normal breast reduction route, which is an anchor, they reshift everything and then sew you back up. Or you have a breast amputation, which is only in certain cases because of the size, where they literally chop your boob off and then do a skin graft for your nipple. She said that the second way, the amputation, is a lot quicker and a lot easier, but you don't have feeling in your nipple. You've got a risk of it not taking because it doesn't have blood supply, you are sticking it on basically. And it's more risky in that sense, and that's not what she specialises in. As much as she would be able to do it, it's not what she wants to do. We have an issue where my sides are not as slim as she wants them to be, so she's asked me to go away and lose half a stone. I'm currently 11, so I can do that. I've been eating, it's lockdown, I can do that. I said to her, I was like, am I overweight? And she was like, no, you're fine. But to give her the best chance of doing a normal breast reduction, so basically, because mine are so wide, she would need to go across further into my side to get rid of all the mass and shape. When you go into this side, you are at risk of different types of scars. I can't remember what she said, not keloid, a different type. And it's not pleasant. She said it can be really itchy and really irritant and things like that. So she wants me to lose the weight, and she said to look into doing Pilates just to strengthen my upper back. And she was like, I understand that it's really difficult because you've got that mass there and that is where your weight is. She said that herself, which is really positive to hear, because the doctors previously been like, go on a diet, your boobs will shrink. She knows that that's not the case, whereas she wants me just to try and tone this side, which she knows is really difficult. But she was like, even if you can gain me a centimetre each side, she was like, I don't think you losing a lot of weight is going to do any difference, but if you can tone it and lose a centimetre either side of your chest, and that gives her more room to work with, which is fine. She told me to call her PA. Once I've done that, she'll then see me again, no extra cost. Any time as I see her now, sorry, I don't know if I'm in focus, anytime I see her now is not an additional cost. The cost is staying as it is, it's 8.3, which is so much money, but I thought when she was talking about all these different procedures, I was like, fuck, it's going to cost so much more, and it's not. She doesn't want to do the surgery in the summer. She's aiming for June, which is crazy. Like, we're February the 5th now. March, April, May, June, that's 4 months time away. Just no words. Because she said that in the summer it's hard for your scars to heal, because obviously it's hot, it's sticky, it's sweating, and she doesn't want that. So she's aiming for June. I want this so badly. So badly. After seeing her, I was like, I'll book it tomorrow if I could. Like, I want them done. So she was like, you might change your mind. I was like, trust me, I'm not going to change my mind. I want this done. And she was lovely. Like I said, she was quirky. Obviously I had to get my boobs out and stuff, and I feel really weird like filming in a expensive hospital's car park. Like, she was like lifting up my boobs, like touching my nipples, and I'm very funny about my nipples, like being touched. Like, I don't like touching them. If Neil or P accidentally touch them, I really get funny about it. So she was like pulling them up and touching them, and it was very, very odd, but I didn't care, because I've got the expertise, information and like knowledge that I need. I'm so excited. It's a one night stay. She said that I'll have drains, obviously said about scarring, just brilliant. She's asked me to go away and get like a portfolio of boobs. She's like, bring me printouts of boobs that you like. She was like, do it now and then look at what you've printed off in a month's time and think, is that the shape I'd like? She wants me to lose 60% of my boobs. She's going to take me down to a C or a D. I don't remember the last time I was that. And it's crazy to think that she is going to move my nipple, which is basically pointing to the floor, from 42 centimetres up to 20. So I'm basically going to, I can't get my head around that. I'm going to have nipples in the place where you should have nipples. Such a positive experience. I felt completely comfortable. I don't know when you'll see this. If you have any tips as to how to lose weight on the side here, let me know. I'm gonna go because obviously I've got to get home for my mum. It's gonna change my life. My life can change in the summer and I will finally feel free, because I feel so trapped in my body because of my boobs. Amazing. Right, I'm gonna go. Whilst I'm driving home, I just thought of something that I haven't mentioned that is crucial. One thing that's happened is because my boobs droop so low, I've got no tissue here. It's just like skin. She said that I've still got like elasticity, which is good. Like for the size of my boobs, you'd expect more like saggy skin. I don't have that. I think it's because of my age, maybe. She didn't say. But one thing that she wants to do, whether I have the amputation or the reduction, is, I can't remember what it is, and I hope that I get an email with like further updates, but it's called like a breast flap or something, where they would put more tissue in this section of my boob to fill it out, because I don't have that at the moment. So it's all good like reshaping the bottom bit of my breast, but I will have I won't have anything here. I'm basically flat chested up here when I wear no bra, because it all sinks, it goes down. So she wants to do something flap. Hopefully I get some notes so I know what I'm researching. But yeah, that's one other thing to like contend with. I'm just in my head at the moment. I could have it done in 4 months' time. 4 months! So I'm back today with another update. It's been a couple of weeks since I sat down to chat, just simply because I haven't really had much to say. I think the last update you would have seen was me going to my consultation. Since then, my videos have gone live, and it's been a couple of weeks since those videos went live, and I still can't get my head around the whole situation. Like, it's mental. And I don't feel like I'm ever going to process it, or I'm not going to process it for a really long time, because it's just crazy to know that because of the generosity of my viewers and my friends and my family and colleagues and people I don't even know, like from, I don't know, my auntie, she's been talking about it in her local village shop, and I've had people make donations through her. Like, it's just crazy to know that it's going to happen in the summer. I just can't articulate it. Like, it's been something that I've wanted for years. What is this? Honestly, postpartum hair growth. Not the one. if you go back and you watch my videos throughout the years, it's been something that I've been talking about for so long, and I never thought that I would have it done. And to know that I can finally be out of pain and I can finally live my life and like enjoy it and not be in pain and not feel conscious of my chest and stuff. Like I don't know what it's like to have normal boobs. Like I can't remember what it's like. Like I don't know what it's like to not have backache, and to know that that is gonna happen after at least a decade is, I can't vocalize it. Like it's crazy. So getting my head around that, and the support that I've had as well from my comments and my DMs and my emails and everything in between, like it's been a lot. It's been crazy. I didn't think my videos would get the views that it got. Really have much to update you on. My consultation appointment went well, and I was obviously told to go away and lose between 1/2 stone and 3/4 stone. Currently, I don't feel like 3/4 stone is achievable. That's quite a lot of weight, if I'm being completely honest. I'm doing well. So I've started calorie counting. So I think it was towards the end of last year. I feel like Vlogmas, I was loosely following Slimming World and looking at my portion sizes of pasta, rice, X, Y, and Z. Because it was a free food, I would eat a lot of it, but yet that's a lot of like calorie content, and I wasn't thinking about my calories. So since then I've downloaded MyFitnessPal. It's a free app, and I've used it before and it worked really well for me pre-children, and so I just thought I'm just going to download it and see. Apologies to my skin as well, I'm so pale and just not great, but look down. I'm probably eating around anywhere between like 1100 to 1300 ish, and I know that that's not enough, but I'm not hungry. So it's been really eye-opening to like look at when I was like first getting into it. I did like a pasta serving and I measured how much pasta I was having, and then putting that onto my app, I was like, wow, that is a lot of calories. So then the next time I revised how much I was having and balanced it out that way, having a lot more broccoli and things like that as opposed to more carbs. I still don't have that much meat because that's just a personal preference as to how I eat. So calorie counting's been going really well for me. So the first week I lost 4 pounds, and then looking back I was like, oh my god, like I've lost 4 pounds, like I'm gonna smash it and I'm gonna lose more like next week and the week after, and then I can make my next appointment. That didn't go that way. Currently I'm still maintaining that 4 pound loss. I really want to hope that in the next couple of weeks I'll lose like a couple more pounds, and then I can hit that 1/2 stone goal and then make another appointment. I'm due my period soon, so I'm gonna give it a couple more weeks, but I'm working really hard. I'm doing a workout every day, whether it be a Joe Wicks one or I'm doing weights, obviously to tone the sides like I was asked. It's really embarrassing to say, after starting Joe Wicks, I do like the ultimate beginner one. My favourite one, he's wearing a green top, and I think he filmed it in the summer, and it's like a 22 minutes, and you do so many exercises and then you repeat it, and I think you do 30 on 30 off, seconds off, and you have a 1 minute rest in between. I can't remember because I've been doing different ones now, but my favourite one is that one. And because it's ultimate beginners, I was like, oh, it'll be fine. It just shows how unfit I am. I do mum life stuff like playing with the children and going for a walk, and my job is physical, like lifting a hoover and stretching and cleaning stairs and blah blah blah. And I thought I used muscles doing that. No. The first time I did squats, I I couldn't go for a wee without being in pain. Like my thighs hurt just sat down, whereas now like I'm used to it. And you know what? As much as I don't enjoy exercise, I am enjoying it. And I think because I've got that goal to be like, come on, like let's work really hard, let's lose that half a stone, I'm like, I feel really, really good. I feel great with everything that I've been eating. Pinch of non-meals, like I said, that video should have gone up. Are fantastic, low calorie, really nice meals. I've been having nice lunches. Today we've got sunny weather, it's still cold, but just having that little bit of sun is like, oh yes, like I can do this. So fingers crossed I can lose. I can guarantee now I'm not going to lose 3/4 of a stone, that's too much. But we'll see. I've been watching my weight since I started this process, and currently to date I've lost, I was 12.7, so I've almost lost a stone and I've kept it off, and that's great, and I need to remember that. But obviously I really need to hit this goal. So that's my update. I wish I had more of an update, but at the moment I don't. You're obviously not going to see this for a while. I feel very humble and very appreciative of it, and I don't feel like I'm ever going to be able to express that. Because this surgery will change my life, not only physically but also mentally, and it's been really, really hard doing this journey and stuff and putting myself out there. It has been hard because I've been focusing on that one thing that causes me so much pain and unhappiness and depression, and constantly focusing on that when I've put it to the back of my head for so many years. It's been really tough mentally, and then being in a lockdown and not being able to see my friends and my family. Yes, okay, you can speak over a phone, but it's not the same. So it's been a really tough process, but to know that there is light at the end of the tunnel makes a massive difference. And it's gonna happen, and I can't wait to have that surgery. And I'm fucking terrified of having that surgery. Like, it's major surgery, 3 to 4 hours. I've got a couple of people since filming this process that have reached out to me and shared their stories, and it's really, really helpful. And I'm not going to say names because I don't know if people want to be named, but there's one girl in particular, you know who you are, I'd like to hope, who has been messaging me her story through Instagram to me, and telling me like the exact process and how it's worked for her, and what she recommends, and what she wishes that she'd had in hospital, X, Y and Z, her healing, her recovery and everything. And it's been so helpful. It's been really, really helpful. So I know you're watching, thank you. So yeah, just having people reach out to me and share their experiences does help, but you still have your worries. This has gone off on a massive tangent. I need to go and heat up my tea. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone again that has supported me, that has reached out and messaged me or shared my story. I just really appreciate the support that I've had. So I will be back in the next couple of weeks, hopefully with some like updates for weight loss and things like that. I'm just gonna do everything that I can. I have booked to go and see my surgeon again. I am going, it's less than a week now. I think I sent the email, was it Friday? And today is Wednesday, and I've got my appointment on Tuesday the 23rd of March. Is it Tuesday the 23rd? Either way, it's the 23rd of March at 7:15 in the evening, which I can't believe they work that late. It was either the 23rd or the 15th of April, and I was like, no, I'm not waiting that long, get me in. And it's just like a review. So previously, I can't, because I haven't edited this vlog, I can't remember what I've said in this one, previous one, X, Y and Z. Basically asked me to go away to tone my sides. So since having that initial appointment, I've obviously gone away and done a lot more research, because like I said previously, I've never, sorry, my baby hair as well is not great. I've got like a Bridgerton fringe going on right now with like my postpartum hair growth. Fun. What was I saying? Previously I'd never had any information or knowledge, so I knew roughly about like a breast reduction and the procedure and things like that, but I didn't know implications. So I was told to go away and try and lose between 1/2 stone and 3/4 stone, which I thought I would be able to easily lose 1/2 stone. I'll get onto that in a minute. And I was told to do exercises to tone my sides, because there is a thing, so because my boobs are so wide, when the reduction happens, I could be left with a roll of fat. I should probably lift up my top. So you can see how wide my boob is. So say they remove, like I said, they want to remove 60% of the breast tissue. I could then be left with a roll of excess fat here. Now, don't quote me on it, and I'll get further information when I go back on Tuesday. But I've read, and I don't know if it is my case or not, that breast tissue can go south, which obviously mine has, and it can also go to the side from where your boobs have been compressed into your bra, especially for me, as to how heavy they are. I needed them and still need them to be up and pushed back, like get all of that support. Breast tissue can migrate into the sides of your arms, so I was told to try and tone the muscles so that when my breast reduction is done, that I can have extra long incisions into here, and hopefully they won't scar. I think, like I said, this whole process is new to me. I could be completely wrong, and I'll get the correct information in a couple of days time, but I was umming and ahhing whether to sit down and talk about it pre or prior, and I'm probably going to have more information after I go on Tuesday, so I thought let's just waffle now. So I have been working my arse off since I had that initial consultation on the 5th of Feb. We are currently, today's the 17th, it's Florence's first birthday in 2 days time. Literally can't believe I've got a 1-year-old and she hasn't met all of my family, like far. So like I said, I've been working my ass off. I have been calorie counting, I've been on a calorie deficit, working so hard. I do a workout every single day, I do weights every single day, but I've only lost 4 pounds, and it's so disheartening to know that I've been doing this for 5-6 weeks. I had a 4 pound loss my first week, and then I've just maintained that loss thereon to current date. So it's been a mental battle, but I feel positive with the fact that I've got this appointment coming up, and hopefully I can just have some pointers or even be put on the waiting list. Again, I don't know how it works. I think I could potentially be put on a waiting list, not necessarily get a date. I'm hoping we're still working for June, but again, I don't know. I don't know how it all works. So that's my update. I've been doing Joe Wicks workouts, I've been lifting weights. I'm now going to do like a little weight workout and just do a quick time lapse so you can see what I'm doing. But I'm doing like, I don't even know what they're called. I'm doing flies. I know they're called flies. Are they called flies? I don't know, because I lie down and do them, and I can really feel it, and my muscles ache every single day, and I feel like the strain of the muscle because I've worked it, but it's just not represented, sorry, on the scales, which I don't like anyway. I hate weighing myself, I hate doing scales and anything to do with weight, and I've been watching everything since June, and it's just horrible. I don't enjoy it, but it's part and parcel of it, and I'm not like overweight or obese. It's not for that, it's literally to try and tone the sides. And that's one thing, if you're doing this and you're in the process, I really regret not taking measurements. I never measure myself Ellie, when she does weight loss, she measures herself, and I've never done that, and I wish that I had, because I could have lost a centimetre or two on my sides and not know about it and kick myself because I'm feeling down when I could have actually done it, and I don't know. So I feel really stupid for not doing that. So if you are in this process and you need to do what I'm doing, measure yourself, because I didn't do it, but I feel really healthy, and yeah, fingers crossed Tuesday goes well. I'm now going to do a quick arm workout. Florence is down for a nap, and then I need to sit down and wrap up her birthday presents. Still can't get my head around that. Yeah, so for my workouts as well, I have like certain ones that I do. Like I do this one, like it's like I think it's called like an upright row, and I do raises and do back ones and things like that, and I do all sorts. I don't know what they're called because I'm not a PT. Neil just showed me what to do and I do it. I use dumbbells as opposed to a resistant band because they've hurt my hands. Neil's got like a square like rectangle one. Obviously it's a loop, but it's not rounded, so it really hurts my hands, and I just don't gel with that. So I use dumbbells, and when I do my workout, I do 10 reps and I do 3 sets. So whenever I do, say, this workout, I do that 10 times, 3 times. So I'm doing this motion 30 times, and I use a 1.5 kg weight. I could probably go up to 2, but I don't have a 2, so I'm just going to keep going and see how I get on. Okay, awful lighting, I'm well aware. It is 7 o'clock on the 23rd of March. I am now here. I'm just going to give it 5 minutes because I know we're not allowed in too early for the appointments because of preventing like people and X, Y, and Z. I have got my photos printed off. I'm not going to show you them. I've got a list of questions, got my face mask, got my letter. I'm really anxious about this appointment. Because I don't know what she's gonna say. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I just want to be in bed. I never have my bra on this late. Yeah, I'm really anxious about just the whole, like, how it's gonna go. Am I gonna be put on the waiting list? I also didn't know that they'd do appointments at this late at night. Oh god. Well, I just keep getting shivers. I've been really excited for this appointment all week, and to know that I'm finally here, and hopefully I'll get some more answers of my questions and hopefully be put on the waiting list for a date is massive. I'm now going to go get rid of my gum, put my mask on, put some perfume on. I think I'm going to be getting my boobs out today. I would imagine. You're going to have to excuse the awful lighting. I've had to come to Asda to pull over and speak to you about the appointment. Why did I park underneath this floodlight? Oh my god, I'm so annoyed with myself. Right, so this is just going to have to be the way it is. The appointment was quick. It was really good. It was just like I said, it was like a review catch up, and again, I feel really positive coming out of that. I feel really confident in the surgeon that I've chosen, and I feel really happy and safe under her care. She told me that she's been speaking to multiple surgeons down in London about me and my case because my boobs are so large. And she said that obviously I'm quite a tricky case. I said to her, I was like, I'm so sorry that I've come to you. What they're going to do and what she wants to do is, I said previously that potential breast amputation or like normal breast reduction. She wants to do a normal breast reduction and keep the nipple attached. So there's a thing called a free nipple graft. It's called an FNG, which is when they remove the nipple, which is what they do on an amputation. Sorry, I'm getting everything, I'm not speaking clearly. She wants to do a normal breast reduction where they keep the nipple attached, but The other one is a breast amputation where they slice it off, they remove the nipple and they reattach it. That's called an FNG. She doesn't want to do that because the risk of loss of sensitivity in nipples, or the potential that it won't take to a new blood supply obviously it's a risk. So it's going to be a see what happens when I'm under and I'm on the table. She's going to try her best to do a normal breast reduction with the mass and everything that I've got. I will have to have revisional surgery 6 months to a year afterwards. I'll get onto that in a minute. If not, and she feels that it's not going to work, then she'll do a breast amputation and a nipple graft. Am I in focus? Probably not. Hopefully that makes sense. So she's going to do her best to do a normal breast reduction. I'm so sorry about the lighting. I know it's going to really annoy me when I'm editing this back. This will have to do. Am I in focus? Yes. So I feel really happy and really confident that she's going to do everything that she can to obviously make the procedure the best that she can. I said about liposuction previously. She mentioned about liposuction underneath my arm, so there is a risk of having fat roll, because obviously there's mass on the side as well, and she said that I won't need another surgeon for liposuction. She can do that for me under like a general, which is not a general. She can do it. She doesn't need like the big machines. She can do it herself with what they've got, sort of thing, which is great. So she's going to do that for me. So the revisional surgery is six months to a year afterwards. It's going to be an additional cost, which isn't covered because I'm covered up to 6 months post-surgery, and then anything after that is an additional cost. And so basically she said that my breast reduction is going to be like a first, like stage 1, and remove the mass and see where we are, and then the revision is going to be like a tidy up, so my breasts could settle and my nipples could move quite high, or my scars might be quite visible. So it's like we're going to remove everything and see how you heal, and then 6 months to a year afterwards there'll be a revisional surgery to like under a general, so the cost won't be as high, to see where we're at. So at least I know that I've got in the back of my mind that is going to happen, and I've got time to obviously try and save as much money as I can for that revision. But again, that's all dependent on my body and how it heals and all of that sort of stuff. So I've got that. What else did she say? The wait time. So previously in this video she told me June. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed for June. She's saying July now. They still haven't performed any surgeries. They're opening up a new theatre, or like a temporary theatre now, and she's now finally, as of this week, working on the backlog of surgeries from, is it November, December, that they haven't been able to perform them. So she's really booked up. And I just said to her, I was like, to be honest, the end of June, beginning of July works best for us anyway, because we're going to try and coincide that Neil is off. The surgeon said 3 weeks as well, so Neil has got that, he can have that off. What we're hoping for is that when Neil is off, I want it to be the last 3 weeks of the school, like the school calendar year, so that when Neil goes back to work, I don't have to worry about school runs, because lifting Florence in and out of a car is a big concern for me and my healing, and I won't be able to do that. So if I can have it done the beginning of July and then have no school run to worry about, obviously I can go on walks and stuff, but not having to put the children in the car is a massive help for my healing. So we're aiming for beginning of July now, and she's penciled that in, which is great. I'm going to be contacted by her secretary and figure all of that out later on. She's asked me to go back in 2 months time, so we're aiming for sort of middle of May, and she's asked me to keep doing what I'm doing. I've lost a centimetre either side of my exercises, so even though I'm only 4 pounds lighter, she agreed with me is that I'm building muscle. So I could have lost less, and I feel like I have, but obviously it's not showing. So she's hoping that in the next 2 months, if I can lose the additional 4 pounds, great. If not, don't worry. But if I can gain her a centimetre either side for the extra long incisions, fantastic. So that's made me feel really positive, because I felt like what I was doing wasn't enough, and it is. So I'm gonna keep going on my 1.5 kg either side, up it to 2, and just smash my workouts, because it's doing something, which is great and makes me feel really positive. What else? Questions that I asked: when can I pick up my children? She said a month. Not being able to like pick Florence up, obviously I know that I can, but ideally not. But being able to like pick her up and give her a cuddle and smell her hair and be able to give P a cuddle, a month, that's a long time. Neil to be off work for 2 to 3 weeks. My work, because of my job, I can't do it. She said 2.5 months to 3 months, which is crazy, and I'll be that won't be paid leave, so I'm going to go 3 months without pay, so I'm going to be losing a lot of money. So any money now that I get, I'm going to have to save as much as I can, because 3 months without a wage is more than I thought. But I understand it. Like, I don't want to cause myself an injury and put myself back for healing. So that's by the by, it's what's going to happen. So I need to go and speak to my boss about that. I probably won't do it until I get a date. They all know that I'm going for my reduction anyway, so that should be fine. I got told, oh, what was the other questions that I had? Hang on. Driving, she said I won't be able to drive for about 3 weeks, which is fine, because that'll be when Neil's off work anyway. She wrote down some products to help with scarring, and I can't read them at all. And I said about obviously the waiting list, and she's saying hopefully July. So I feel like that's everything that I needed to say. She still wants to do the internal breast flap to obviously create definition up here for me. She still wants to take off 6% of my breast tissue. She's trying to get me as small as she can. So C/D, and I just said to her, I was like, I'd be happy with whatever you can achieve. Ideally I'd like C/D, but whatever looks good and in proportion to my body and the mass is gone, like, I'm happy with. I just want to be out of pain from my back. I can't think what else was said. Oh, that was it. COVID. If I get COVID, I cannot have surgery until 8 weeks past diagnosis. So I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to get COVID anyway, but to know that can delay me 2 months, no, I don't want that, thank you. And then also, if I get the vaccine, I don't know if I will, I've got to allow 3 weeks either side of surgery. So if I have, no, what was it? Basically, I can't have the vaccine 3 weeks before my surgery or 3 weeks after, if that makes sense. So I don't know when I'm going to get offered it, but obviously I've got that in the back of my mind. A quick catch up, but it was what I really needed to be like, yeah, like, you're still okay, sort of thing. And to know that she's spoken to other surgeons about my case as well, it just makes me feel even more secure and comfortable and confident with who I've picked, because I'm at the forefront of her mind, if that makes sense. So that's going to be the end of this video here. I don't have anything else to update you on, and obviously I don't have an update now myself until I go back in 2 months' time. So I'm aware this video has probably been quite information heavy. I wish I had more to update you on, but I don't. But I feel so happy and so content. And yeah, once again, to know that this is happening through the generosity of so many people, I will be forever grateful, and I cannot express my gratitude enough. Like, this is going to change my life. I keep saying it, and I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but I appreciate it so much, and I cannot express how grateful I am. And I just June, July, and I'm gonna be a new woman, and I'm hopefully gonna be pain free, and just thank you from the bottom of my heart. I so appreciate it. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna drive home, I need to speak to Neil, I need to call my mum, call my dad. I'm so excited. So like I said, you're not going to see anything from me about breast reduction for a really long time, but just know I'm still going to be working behind the scenes trying to shift my weight and gain her a couple of centimetres. So yeah, thank you for staying with me, thank you for all the support and everything in the world. Just thank you, and I will see you all in my next video.